All right, since I'm snowed in today, I want to, man, Mr. Twitchy brother. I offered to come on there, man. I guess he said he would do it. But this is one of the reasons why I was warning you, man. You got to be careful of this guy over here. He's not your brother, man. He's a slick snake in the grass. I'm sorry if you don't like that, but that's what he is. And there's one point, I just want to address one point in the discussion. Brother Twitchy, please, I'm begging you, man, come to my church and learn. We teach the Bible. I don't know what church you go to. You know, I would gladly listen. But there's detail, man. There's detail in the scripture which you don't see. And if you don't know it, this man will eat you alive, brother. He's a cunning, wise devil. I'm not sorry if you don't like that. But I'm going to show you there's one point in the discussion that you got to, John 6:45. At least you had the verse and you looked at it. But you didn't read it. When you're facing this man, what you do is you have your interlinear open and you go to the Bible and you look at the Greek and you look at the context. And then you teach the man. You teach the man. You're not there just to well, I'm just giving this point of view. You know, and man, dude, you're there to gain followers, okay? Because you even think I gain a lot of followers. Nah. Dude, when you're preaching the truth, you won't gain a lot of followers. The truth is not fun. You will not gain a lot of followers that way. But look at here, man. Luke 6:45. You've got to read carefully, and you've got to understand how what Jesus said equals other things that he said. Look here, man. So what you did is you came here and you said, well, there's two men. There's a man with an evil heart and a separate man with a good heart. And so the man with the good heart has given the heart of flesh. It's a regeneration because he asked you about regeneration. Well, no, sir, Mr. Twitchy. No, sir. That is not what this is. Not what it is. Read carefully and understand what Jesus always talked about. So, first of all, it's a parable. It's a parable. A parallel ball. Parallel ball. Parable means parallel ball. That's literally the Greek word. It's a story that runs alongside the real thing. And he's talking about people talking to their brother. And, you know, take the mote out of your eye. He's talking about the fault in the believer. So every tree is known by his fruit. Okay? There's not two different people. It's a parable about the man who has Jesus, because he says that down at the end about the house built on a good foundation, which is built on Jesus. So when you get here, is a good man, and see, you need to teach Mr. Flowers. You need to go into detail and teach him. That way he can't come back at you and just laugh at you. So good is not good. It's agathos in Greek. It's agathos. It means beneficial. It comes from the Greek word agon, which is where they Colosseum, where they killed Christians. It's not just general good. It's a beneficial good that has pain involved and growth involved, which is what Jesus is talking about here. The good man out of the treasure of his heart. Not a man with a good heart. As you were saying, it's not a man with a good heart and an evil man with an evil heart. Two different men. It's not that. It's the beneficial man out of the treasure of what's stored up. This Greek word for treasure means like a storehouse. How much of that's been stored up? Not a man with a good heart. A beneficial man out of the beneficial treasure, the beneficial treasure that benefits him, that's stored up of his heart. The treasure of his heart, the good treasure of his heart, not his good heart, as opposed to his bad heart. for that which is beneficial. And the evil man out of the evil treasure of his heart bringeth forth that which is evil. For of the abundance the heart speaks. So it's not two different men. It's the same man. Only the same man has two men. The inner man and the outer man. The inner man is Jesus, which is the good. Jesus says, you don't call me good unless I'm God. You only call God good. So the good, the man with the good man with the good treasure of Jesus in his heart, who is growing the faith. So how much do you got stored? How much beneficial do you have stored? Are you young in faith and you don't have much stored? Which he's going to say here in a minute. What happens when you're not built on that? Your house gets a lot of damage. But when the flood comes to the believer, and he has the good man, the beneficial man, the strong man, even Jesus called it, the damage is not very great, and you can build back. So the evil, what comes out of the heart that's evil, is from that which is wicked of you. And that which is beneficial comes out of that which is beneficial of you, of your heart. It's not two men and two hearts. It's the part of the heart that has stored up the beneficial, and the part of the heart which has stored up the evil, which is the person before they come to Christ. They have a lot of stored up evil, and Christ then conforms them. Morph. It takes time. So it's not two men and two hearts, Mr. Twitchy. You let the guy make fun of you. You let him laugh at you, and you laughed at yourself. And why do you call me Lord and don't do the things I say? See there? Because you don't have enough stored up. Whoever cometh to me, hear my sayings, and doeth them, I will show you whom it's like. See? Whom it's like. The man that has the beneficial stored is like a man built on a house, dig deep, laid a foundation, and arose the stream vehemently upon his house, and could not shake it. Could not shake it. Could damage it, but not shake it. Because he has the beneficial. He has Jesus in his heart. He has the inner man. But the man who heareth and doeth not, the man who heareth, not like you couldn't hear, is like the man without the foundation. The stream came and did a lot of damage. You understand? It's not two men and two hearts. It's the believer with the inner man and the outer man. The outer man is evil. The inner man is beneficial. And that's what has the treasure. That's what stores up treasure. And increases the faith, increases the treasure, because it's the amount stored. That's what it's talking about, the amount stored. What is the amount that you have? Are you young in faith? You have little, oligos pistis, little faith? Or do you have a mature faith? I think right in here he talks about someone being mature and complete. So it's not two different men and two different hearts, my brother. It's not. You need to know this stuff when you face this wicked dude. Sorry, you don't like me calling him a wicked dude. He's a wicked man. He's a wicked man. That's what he is. He is a devil, an adversary. He's your adversary. He's not your brother. He's not your brother. He believes in another Jesus. He does not do the will of the Father. He does the will of his father, the devil. You know that by what comes out of his mouth. What comes out of his mouth is free will. There's no beneficial treasure stored up in him because it doesn't come out of his mouth. He is the man with the house built on sand, which is himself, which crumbles. When the flood's going to come, man's going to wish he was never born if Jesus doesn't fix him. Sorry, Mr. Twitchy. You need to learn, man. You need to learn. You're a young man. You're young in faith. Don't let this man push you around. You shouldn't have been here. You shouldn't have been in front of him. You had no business in front of him. He make you look like a fool. But you should be making him look like a fool. So, Mr. Twitchy, you kind of made a mistake there. It's not two different men, and it's not two different hearts. And when the man asks you, well, what do you believe? You don't say what I believe. You go to the Bible, which you kind of did, but you didn't know the verse. You mistook the verse. And see, he got you with it. He got you with it. You shouldn't let him do that, man. I'd be more than happy and willing to talk to you. Probably be better to do it in private, honestly. So, all right, man. That's it.